What up, crew? We are in Rocky Top, Tennessee. I got my boy Isaiah, my wife Tiffany,
Hi.
and we are rushing like mad dogs because our flight departs in 50 minutes, and we're not even to the airport. We are going East Coast, Revolutionary War history, and we are holding on for dear life. The car is kind of shaky because the car is bad. It's not because I'm bad. And everything is going great. The road is bumpy, but this is going to be an adventure for the books. Let's rock and roll. Here we go.
Oh my word.
Nick of time. It may be 2 a.m. in the morning, but we have made it actually to Rhode Island. We've got a lot of adventure to do. I don't know why that cool boat is behind us, but hey, we are going to be going all along the Freedom Trail. Tiff knows more of these places than I do even, so.
I don't. I just printed out the map that I looked out online. But I have a list of things that I like to prepare for like ultimate trip itineraries.
Checking out this American history, which of course is world history as well. Come along with us for all the fun.
Hi! Made it to Plymouth, Massachusetts, and I'm ready.
East Coast vibes. We have arrived. Plymouth Rock, right around the corner. Built to scale. Pilgrim's boat, the Mayflower, is over there, and we're checking it all out. Our East Coast era is upon us. Let's do this. Most important part of this trip has begun. Eating. We are right by the water. I should have got seafood, but hey, I got some kind of Alfredo pizza. Tiff got that. We'll have you a review shortly. Food was really good. Place was cozy. Gonna give it like a 7.8 out of 10.
I've never heard of a foot washing station.
Let's skip the foot wash,
Foot
okay?
wash.
That's for people that went down to the sand.
Oh, I'm like, what is foot wash?
Walking up to that big old rock. We're gonna find out how big it is.
I think it's just a rock.
It's just a rock, but hey,
It's a historical rock.
it's supposed to be where they landed. So we're gonna see the tourist thing, enjoy the environment, and buzz off to the next historical spot. The Mayflower, of course, it's just a replica, but it is pretty cool. I think they made it all the way across the Atlantic on something that's small. Tiff, would you have got on that boat?
No, it doesn't look stable. I'm so glad they decided to get on that boat, but man, I don't know if I would have gotten on that boat.
And it was along the brook that they built their house.
Woo! It's okay. The rock on which I stand is Christ. All other is sinking sand. That's what I take away from this.
Just like you go to a president's house, being somewhere like this to think, wow, 403 years ago, so much was different here. People that were really inspirational historical figures that shaped this part of the world's ideology were here. You know, just thinking that they could have sailed into this harbor right here. They say that they anchored out about 1.5 miles off the shore, brought in a little boat, built their colonies, did so much. You read the Mayflower Compact, read about what they saw, heard, and did. It's really inspirational. About to go to some just as inspirational figures. Paul Revere's ride, clock tower, hanging the lanterns, all that fun stuff.
Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill, oh my word. Plymouth, you were cool. We are off to Boston. Our Freedom Trail adventure has turned into a monsoon. Hopefully it'll pass soon. Oh my stars.
We are headed to the Boston Public Gardens and we're gonna see these little ducks.
Gotta dip in the coffee shop, bakery. It ain't Paris, but it looks good. When in Boston, this ain't even a thing, but a latte is always a good idea.
Yes, I love you a latte. I got this little cheesecake thing, so I'm excited to see how it tastes.
Our Freedom Trail is supposed to start in the morning, but we were too antsy. We had our coffee and we started early. Check out this massive statue to the men of Boston who died for their country on land and sea in the war which kept the Union whole, destroying slavery, maintaining the Constitution. The grateful city has built this monument that their example may speak to coming generations. This is absolutely a beautiful park. You can see the Boston skyline over there in the background. Well maintained, good impressions so far, aside from the rain. This garden is absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous flowers, beautiful pond over there. One of the top places Tiff wanted to come to.
I found
in
the ducks.
Boston.
It's called Make Way for the Ducklings. I love ducks.
Make way.
One thing Lawson taught me in our relationship, he said, Tiffany, when life gets tough, are you a baby duck or a big duck? Because apparently big ducks, when they get the water on their back, they just keep swimming. So I'm learning that when the water gets on my back, which is like the hard stuff, I don't sink to the bottom, I keep swimming.
That's kind of the story. Not exactly, but hey, you get the message. Be tough, like water on a duck's back. Nothing affects you. We came, we saw the bazillion ducks. We're moving on to the pond.
All the little ducks are coming towards me. They sense I'm a duck person. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Look at the squirrel. Look at the squirrel.
Hey Buster, what's your name?
They think we're gonna feed them. Look. It's like the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Oh, the squirrel went away.
Just look at this place. Serene, peaceful, and tranquil. I think those words suit it best.
They are so cute. Look at them. They're little mallard ducks.
Well, hey guys and girls, whatever you may be.
So that's the male. The male has the green head and it has like its tail. You can see at the end it has like a little loop. That's the male and then that's the female. They usually come in pairs, these mallard ducks. Only reason I know mallard ducks is because our friends, they hunt mallard ducks.
We've made it to our main guy. That's George Washington right there. At least a statue of him, and wow. Immaculate. What a monument.
If you come to Boston, definitely come to the Boston Public Garden. It's a lot prettier than I thought I would. It's a lot cleaner than I thought it would be.
That's right.
And it's really pretty during this time. I don't know, it's probably not that pretty during winter, but now it's really pretty.
Boston Public Gardens, you were epic, but the real stuff is all happening tomorrow. Let's go Freedom Trail. Freedom Trail, we have arrived, and it is so cool because you literally follow this brick line through the whole city. Takes you all down the Freedom Trail. You see so much. Old South Meeting House.
This is
Here we
on
are.
the trail, the Old South Meeting House. It's so cute.
Right here at the Old South Meeting House was where Benjamin Franklin was baptized, and it was also where about 5,000 met and really started the protest for the beginning of the Revolutionary War.
And now we're gonna go look where he was born.
Let's go. Benjamin Franklin was baptized right here, and he was born right over there, but you can't go in and see it because literally they built this high rise on top of it. Now the high rise says birthplace of Franklin. So now you've seen it. We are going to go in this building because this is pretty surreal and cool to think that we're literally standing in the same church that Benjamin Franklin grew up in. Really, the start of the founding of our country happened right here.
People had to like buy these pew sections, like, and then the free seats were up there. Go around to the other side. This is the old State House. Go check it out.
Right there up on that balcony above me, every July 4th, since 1776, they read out the Declaration of Independence.
This is where the governor of England was. He was appointed and he managed everything from this house.
You're standing in the old State House where England ruled. It obviously went downhill for them. See that hat right there? Belonged to Thomas Melville, who was a part of the Boston Tea Party. What a firefighter.
Okay, what would you write?
Listen up, crew. No taxation without representation. Ding, ding. And we continue our trek down the Freedom Trail. Guys, one of the fascinating things about stuff like this is you think you know so much history, and then you go in and you're blown away by how much you discover. I just learned that Paul Revere had 16 children.
That's nothing.
It's a good start, Paul. He had 8 with his first wife, who tragically passed away, and he remarried and had 8 with his second wife. So now, yeah, no, Paul had 16 kids. Paul, you should have made it to 19. Close. There's Paul Revere's statue. There is the North Church Tower right in the backdrop.
I'm learning so much American history. I love America. Let's preserve it.
Just walked out of the old North Church. Really cool where Paul Revere rode to hang the 2 lanterns in the bell tower, let him know the British were coming. He was going to hang 1 if they were crossing a certain way, 2 for other information, but he actually didn't hang the lanterns. Maybe one of the parishioners, maybe one of the folks who took care of the place hung it, but that's the way the story gets remembered most of the time. Either way, a great American patriot and hero. Guys, when you take your trip on the Freedom Trail, it is kind of cool because they've got these 2 bricks that run the whole trail. You just follow them the whole way. You'll get to everything important you need to see. And next on our list is one of my favorite American Revolutionary War history spots, Bunker Hill. And maybe we can even go to Breed's Hill and then the Constitution. I feel like we've walked this whole ever-loving city. We are now in the developed part. There's the Boston Celtics stadium right over there. Absolutely stunning bridge. Hang on. Shh, there's the bridge.
It's the Charleston Town Bridge.
I learned that Paul Revere, when he went zooming along, did a lot of cool stuff. Bunker Hill Monument. It's way bigger than I thought. And we're taking it with us. Right behind me is a statue for William Prescott. A lot of good Williams in this war. A lot of good Williams in history in general.
This looks just like the Washington Monument in DC.
Studying the Battle of Breeds Hill and Bunker Hill. Next to last stop of the day on the Freedom Trail, we were rolling up to the Constitution. We just left Bunker Hill.
Met some really nice friends. So if you're watching this, our friends from Ohio, we just met. Hello.
Guys, if you bump into us in public, we love meeting new friends, making new friends, and saying hi.
Always say hello.
So definitely say hello. Off to the Constitution. Something Tiffany has helped us do at every location we go to is grab a few postcards.
Postcards. I have sent postcards since I was 11 and I met my friend and she started sending me postcards from Australia, and so I started getting the habit of sending postcards and I've done it ever since.
Send one of the grandparents. Good way to remember the good times. We are at the Navy Yard. This is active in the USS Constitution Museum. Gonna dip in, check it out. It's a pretty cool spot down here. Reminds me a lot of San Diego because that's a military port town as well.
It literally looks exactly like San Diego.
A lot happening.
It's huge. I don't know much about boats, but I know that they float and I know that we got married on one.
We are boarding the USS Constitution, over 200 years old. Look at that bad boy. King of the high seas. For quite a while, helped create U.S. dominance. For the first time on the high seas, George Washington's idea to build 6 of these bad boys, and it really changed the game for our country when it came to pirates off the coast of Africa, French, English, telling us we couldn't export to our partnering countries without a bunch of tariffs, but hey, because of ships like this one, we did it anyway.
In San Diego, we have something called the Star of India. Similar, you can board the boat and tour it, so go check that out too if you're in San Diego.
There's your Star of India plug, but this is no Star of India. This is the USS Constitution, one of the most effective, influential ships of the US Navy. Check it out, guys. Look at this bad boy. So cool. Down the hatch we go.
It's really short. Good thing I'm short.
Boat is absolutely massive. You can tell it's a warship. Second deck is nothing but cannons, an absolute beast of its time.
It smells 200 years old.
I just realized that each one of these cannons has a name above it. This one is willful murder. This one over here, live free or die. A lot of cool different names. Getting back to the top. So these cannons on top, it's a smaller gun, but it shot a heavier shot with a shorter range. The guns on the middle deck could shoot 1,000 yards. Oh my stars, I don't know how they had such range. It's shooting like a 24-pound ball. This was a 30-pound ball, and it only had like a 200-yard range or 400-yard range. I don't know. Somebody history check me on that. Top deck of Old Ironsides. Tiff, what do you think so far?
This was an amazing ship. I love going to as many museums as possible, which we have gone to a handful today. So amazing.
The way they preserved this ship for hundreds of years as just a real artifact of the founding of the country, how America was able to come to power, all of the backstory, all the different individual notes of the people who were part of the process, the designers, the folks who made it happen. Now you know, put this at the top of your list if you come to Boston. I think the coolest part of the day so far, the USS Constitution.
Yay.
June 17th, 1775. This is where the British reinforcements landed for the Battle of Bunker Hill. That was bad for us. The British technically won the battles of Breeds and Bunker Hill, but it wasn't a happy victory. They lost like more than half their troops, and it was a bad day for everybody, to be honest. Okay, because life is really all about food, we had to stop in
We're gonna show you what it is
and we'll give you a rating.
soon.
This was highly recommended by some of the workers at the USS Constitution. So we had to check it out, and it's local. Boba, I think it's called, whatever that sign says to you. I'm excited. Cheesecake with strawberries on top.
His favorite dessert is a cheesecake. That's a fun fact.
What are your favorite desserts, guys? Let us know. We just walked past probably one of the most famous burial grounds in America. John Hancock, John Adams,
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere.
The
So,
parents of Benjamin Franklin
Oh, my
and the
word.
victims of the Boston Massacre.
wow, surreal. Good morning. We're actually leaving you with one of the coolest parts of this trip, so don't go nowhere. One of my top 5 favorite presidents, guys. We're in Massachusetts. If you know what presidential library is there, maybe you'll know where we're going.
Oh, it's free parking. Do y'all get excited for free parking? Is that just me? I get so excited for free parking.
Once you've been to a big city, free parking is everything. Let's do this.
I actually visited the White House, which was pretty cool. So I got to see the real seal.
JFK Presidential Library, absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful the way it's put together, and we were saying that we've been to like 4 or 5 presidential houses. This is our first time to a presidential library, and it has been fascinating. If you have one near you, you should definitely go. We're looking forward to going to the Reagan Library back in California, and who knows how many we're going to get. If you're near one, drop in and visit. History is fascinating, and it really just puts your mind in a place to appreciate all the people who have sacrificed so much for our great country, not just officials, but the boots on the ground, the different crises that we went through, Cuban Missile Crisis, the decisions that had to be made and how it unfolded. We loved it, and you should definitely take it as a good recommendation for a place to stop and visit. Take the kids, take the family.
I love coming to museums and learning more about American history, those who shaped it. Every nation has shortcomings and they also have really great victories. It's so windy!
And there's JFK's very famous skiff,
It's called the Victura,
the Victura.
which obviously it
I
stands
didn't know
for
that's
to
what
be
it's called.
victorious. I could totally do East Coast living. It's so classy.
Adios for now. We love y'all. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this special episode, and we'll see you next time for even bigger and better things. Cheerio.
Goodbye!